All right, hello everybody, and welcome to TFT Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with Oberon and Banshee. This is me, Oberon, with my weekly show, The Outlook on the Emotional Exchanges. And it's my weekly reading for relationships, love, things like that. So we try to see if that's happening by pulling some cards, and I'm using currently the Final Rose Tarot, which is very much a love, relationship-oriented deck. What I'm looking at is what is the emotional vibration coming to you, the essence, the feeling, whatever, the situation. Why is it important? And then finally, where is it leading to? I do this for the elemental signs of the zodiac, so I'll go through each of those, the air signs, the fire, the water, and the earth. And for each of those, I will also top it off with an affirmation from the Universal Love Oracle set. Beautiful, nice way to kind of give us a perspective and something to reflect on. So let's get going then. And as I said, we're starting off with the air signs. Air signs are Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. This one's for you. What kind of emotional currents are blowing your way? Let's see what we can do with all of that. So as I said, the first card is about the vibration or energy or essence that is coming to you. And it's the reversed Six of Swords. It's called the Six of Mirrors in this deck. It says silver linings. Six of Swords reversed. I think the energy here for the air signs is saying not so fast, is saying there may be some things you have to still work with in your emotional life, your relationship life. It could actually be that maybe a situation of emotional importance that you thought was over with is not really over with, and that you're not able to move ahead in a way you need to, either towards new relationships or situations. So why is that important? And it's another sword card, the Two of Mirrors, Two of Swords. It says 2 on 1. Is that right? 2 on 1, yeah. So 2 on 1. Well, the Two of Swords, it's important because perhaps you've been thinking you really need to kind of process more. You need to kind of hold on to something that's going on with this situation, maybe not make a judgment at this time. It may be important that you really do examine what's going on here before you can actually move ahead, as the first card seems to indicate you're not able to. Maybe there's some reflection that needs to happen. Where will this ultimately lead to? And it's the reversed King of Cups, called the King of Flutes in this deck. It says the single dad, but it's a reversed King of Cups. Well, I don't think the outlook is really good. I think this could be saying really that hard choices may have to come in a relationship or a situation about relationships. I don't know if it's a primary one. It may be for some of the air signs, but what the overall gist that I get from that reversed King of Cups is that maybe somebody has to play some tough love in a situation, perhaps, or maybe somebody is literally choosing to sort of close that door and not move on to re-examining that principle, or feeling like it's an end matter. And of course, you could kind of see that there with the way some of the cards were going. So let's do our Universal Love Tarot affirmation. See if it can give us something to work with, to affirm, to think about, to resonate to. I'm just going to pull one blind. It's that one. Oh, and I like it, of course. It's Sacred Union. The Sacred Union. A current friendship is about to blossom into a sacred union. This is the union of souls entwined in love. It either relates to you merging with another or with a group. It may also reflect the sacred union that exists or is about to be formed between you and a bird or animal. This card also reminds us of the sacred union we share with nature. Well, you know, that gives me a little bit more to think about here, because I almost wonder if maybe this movement away from things or this inability to move forward is sort of rooted in the idea that we have to create that sacred union, that maybe something we really thought we were done with really needs to come around. And so that the sadness that's indicated by the King of Cups, the idea maybe that we're just really not there, we really have to work on that. We have to resolve this in a way that makes us understand where we really sit with others and where we create that sacred union. And it may not be easy. So that's it for the air signs. We're now going to move on to the fire signs. Fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. What things about love are burning their path to your door, or maybe just relationships in general? What things are going on for the fire signs as summer begins to heat up? What is coming to the fire signs? What emotional situations? And it's the Three of Swords. Everybody's getting the swords, eh? And the Three of Swords says red flags. Three of Swords kind of spells it out. There may be some problems in a relationship, and you are probably ending that relationship, or you are feeling some severe feelings, some extreme feelings of pain or sadness or loss here. Why is that important? Well, it's the Queen of Wands reversed. The Queen of Wands reversed. I'm going to say that maybe you fell for somebody really hard, fire signs, or you fell for something really hard, and it wasn't really intended to be. That maybe you thought you were vibrating to this situation, this person, but it may have been really not there at all. And so that's kind of extreme. I don't know. You know, the Queen of Wands represents to me the idea that all of our charm or charisma or our energy to advance notions maybe has a disingenuous effect, or maybe is not being received in the way that we would like it to be. So why it's important, I guess, is that we felt something was really there, but it probably really isn't. Where will this lead to? Well, it will lead to better, because it is the sun. The sun is upright, and it says paradise. And I suppose that if we are moving away from a relationship, we've seen too many red flags, and we feel there's really not even second place for us, you know, like we're the fifth wheel, whatever. We're just going to move on to something that's better for us, more of a paradise kind of situation. I'm going to just spell it that way. I sort of feel that we are moving out of a relationship or situation that just really had too much working against it. It's ultimately that the devil's in the details, that maybe there's something that's worked out between people. I could vaguely see that with the Queen of Wands, maybe coming to terms with where, you know, the relationship really was, and realizing that there was no energy to keep it moving forward. But now we're going to see what the affirmation might bring us here in terms of any kind of healing or reflection here. Healing sounds. That almost looks a little bit tantric there. It's in the wrong section. The lady holds a crystal sphere through which she is able to access ancient healing sounds. Our ears cannot hear the sound of our spirit that contains the resonance of ancient knowledge. The guidance coming through this card is to make you aware that much ancient knowledge from the times of Atlantis and Lemuria can be addressed through your spirit with the help of crystals and sounds. In many ways, our Earth at present is similar to these ancient times. Accessing these healing sounds will help you understand what is going on in our world at the present time. You will also help balance the card's energy at this important time of evolution. That's an interesting thought there, because it makes you want to put the context differently, like maybe this is more of a universal conditional, unconditional kind of situation going on, where we feel like maybe the separation and these anti-charm factors are about, our systems of government, our systems of religion, our systems of culture, and that maybe this is a time where those of us of a different bent need to reflect on that and work on our own healing to bring us towards that paradise there. All right, so I'm now going to move on to the water signs. And water signs are, like me, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. I'm a Scorpio. And of course, water signs tend to be emotional in and of themselves, so most of their reactions or involvements may be based on emotional situations. But let's see what's going on, what is coming to them, what is the actual essence vibration situation that may be coming towards the water signs. And it's change. It's Major Arcana 13, death. It says the end, and the person in the picture is moving on. And that's pretty much what it is. Water signs may be figuring out or seeing that they have to move on, especially in relationship to relationships, possibly to their primaries, possibly to others. So I don't really know for sure what could be going on for each and every water sign, but it could be that there's changes going on that will directly impact our relationships. And it may be that people are feeling something is changing, something needs to change. Hopefully it's for better, because that's usually the implication of the upright death card. So then, why is this important? And it's the 8 of Cups, but reversed. It says self-elimination. Well, the 8 of Cups reversed may just be saying really that that end is about really still processing things that maybe we find limit our enjoyment of our relationships or limit our understanding of our relationships. Or maybe some of us water signs are even doubting some of our abilities to be in relationships, to feel or respond to love. It's been a hard couple of years, and maybe some of us are just emotionally fragile right now. And this could be saying that it's all important that we work on the changes, because those changes are probably within ourselves. We can't see ourselves moving ahead until we really change what is coming to us that still holds us to the past in certain ways. Where will this lead to, water signs? And it's the Wheel of Fortune, but it's reversed. It's destiny. It's reversed. And, there's a lot of change going on here. There's a lot of movement that could be blocked, movement that could move forward. But the Wheel of Fortune reverse says things are moving forward. And you may not have as much control over some of these situations as you want. It may actually be a little precarious in this next time period here. Water signs, you are probably not going to be the winner of this week's emotional exchanges. You are dealing with changes that need to happen probably pretty soon. They have impacts for you, and you're not going to be able to move forward until you really address some of this, or else if you do move forward, you're still going to have some situations to contend with. So let's look at our universal love affirmation for the water signs. Transience. Transience. Seems pretty. It is possible to transcend any current difficulty. It's a little bit of a typo between what's in the book. It says transience and transience, but I think it should be transience. By simply shifting your awareness. Shift your focus. The realm of universal love will help you rise above any current obstacle. See your life from a higher perspective. Your problems will be washed away as you rise above them. This is really cool for water signs, eh? Sit quietly and meditate. Imagine streams of crystal light flowing down from the heavens, bathing every part of you. Visualize light pouring into the energy centers in your body. Allow this light to permeate your heart and mind. Observe. As you connect with the infinite power you hold within you, you will find that your earthly concerns will fade away. And I'll leave it at that there. I think that this affirmation is almost like shadow work for the water signs, that there is a lot to think about transcending, transience, transience, however you want to pronounce or consider that. And there are changes that have to occur. Don't block yourself. Allow change to happen. So let's move on to the earth signs. Earth signs are Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So this one's for you. And by the way, all of these readings, if you didn't realize, are for June 16th to the 22nd. I usually start the reading on Friday because Friday is the day that's sacred to Venus or Aphrodite. So I think it's a nice little way to look at the emotional week beginning on Friday, the weekend. Okay, so earth signs, what is coming to you? What is the emotional energy coming to you? And it's the reversed Ace of Swords. It says fresh meat. So emotionally speaking, you may be moving into a territory where you are likely to be a little bit overly aggressive or maybe clumsy, and you may, if you're starting off a new relationship, this may be a warning saying don't be too aggressive, kind of work with the flow. You don't want the meat to rot, but you don't want to, cook it too fast either. So I think apply to relationships. If the earth signs are having new ones or new aspects or new situations in general, they may want to, go a little slower, not necessarily be forceful here. Too forceful, that is. And why is this important? Well, our friend, the Queen of Wands, reversed, it says the bitch, has reappeared in this reading. I don't know if it's the same bitch that showed up in a previous part of today's reading. But it's important because maybe we perceive ourselves as having a bigger charm factor and maybe having a certain amount of assertiveness that works for us. But once again, I'm thinking it's saying some of our charm factor may be misperceived. So it's important that we watch ourselves in our new beginnings, because maybe we might overplay our hand. I'm just going to have to say it that way. Why is this, or where is this leading to? Well, it's leading to another ace, but it's also a reversed ace, and it's the Ace of Roses. It says the first impression rose. So I would say that really what it sounds like is maybe earth signs are preparing for something that hasn't actually happened yet. There's an expectation, and the first impression could be the wrong one if we're not working on these issues here. That maybe the first impression shows us is not at our best, that maybe we have anti-qualities of some sort that are anti-charismatic. I guess I just have to say that. So let's look at the affirmation for the earth signs, and we'll tie this all up then. Moon tree. I like it. The moon tree. Ideas you once had are about to resurface from within your memory. Conditions are right for you to fill these ideas with positive energy. Expect positive results. The mysterious and somewhat peculiar image on this card is here to help you reflect these ideas. Know they are well-founded, grounded within fertile soil. It is now safe for you to branch out. Enjoy the experience. And I like that. The context it gives me to this is just saying, really, this is a cycle thing. The moon is a cycle, and that you may have to really learn to appreciate some flow of time towards the appreciation of what you're trying to do. So think about that. Don't overreact. Don't rush too much here. Most of these cards seem to be the adverse effects of over-rushing. All right, so that was my emotional exchanges for the week. Don't forget to watch Happy Hour. No, wait, we're not here at Happy Hour tomorrow because we are at a live event. It's a benefit for the Young Black Professionals Entrepreneurship. It'll be in Detroit area, so we are happy to be there. But we will be back Sunday with our live stream. Also, Banshees Material Matters, 10 a.m. Sunday morning. And I'll see you next week, next Friday, for the emotional exchanges. Take care.